In business news, the National Bureau of Statistics has reported that the national average cost of a healthy diet per adult per day in Nigeria now stands at 1,041 naira in May 2024, a 1% increase compared to 1,035 naira recorded in April. The Bureau also reveals this in its Cost of Health Diet Report for May 2024, released earlier today in Abuja. According to the report, the average cost of a healthy diet was the highest in Southwest at 1,189 naira per adult in a day, following by Southeast, 1,190 naira per day. The lowest average cost of healthy diet was recorded in Northwest at 919 naira per adult per day. At the state level, Ebonyi, Abia, Anambra recorded the highest COHD at more than 1,200, while Kano recorded the lowest at 898 naira, followed by Jigawa at 899 naira, Yobe, Katsina at 906 naira. Meanwhile, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission is urging organizations dedicated to consumer welfare and business-to-customer relationship to promote fair business practices in their day-to-day dealings. The acting executive vice chairman of the commission, Mr. Adamu Abdullahi, made the appeal during an engagement meeting with the National Association of Supermarket Operators of Nigeria and Retail Councils in Lagos. He noted that the Commission has identified concerns in the retail sector, especially regarding the inconsistent display of prices, which has led to discrepancies between shelf prices and the final amount charged at this store. To this end, Mr. Adamu wants supermarkets to maintain price transparency and consistency, recognizing that trust and market integrity are hinged on this critical aspect.
We tell supermarkets that your price on the shelf must be the same price when a person comes to pay for the product that he has picked. So price transparency is of utmost importance to us. Price gouging and exorbitant prices are also something that we are interested in because of the fact that, yes, we are not a price regulatory agency, we are not. We don't control prices. But we ensure that there's a level playing field so that market is open and people can come in, display their wares and sell at their own prices.
Our responsibility as retailers lies with how well we display our products and what kind of environment we create for the consumer and the quality of customer service we give. And then lies also the responsibility of the consumer. What are the responsibilities of the consumer? You want to be protected, but equally you need to also protect yourself. What is your role? How do we engage with you?
And the Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Reporting Council, Dr. Rabiu Olowo, says artificial intelligence cannot take over the jobs of professional actuaries in Nigeria because it will not be registered. He stated this at the keynote address at the 2024 Annual Industry Conference of the Nigerian Actuarial Society held in Lagos, where he also lamented the acute shortage of actuarial professionals in the country. The theme of this year's conference was Actuaries and AI, Strengths, Weaknesses, and Opportunities and Threats. He says the application of AI by professional actuaries will bring about further regulatory checks, including ethical issues and concerns about bias and AI algorithm and decision-making.
What we need to do right now, or what we are doing, is to be intentional about increasing the numbers of skilled and qualified actuaries in Nigeria. The number today is very disheartening. We have 50 qualified actuaries, less than 50 in Nigeria, whereas our South African counterparts have about 2,000. And if you compare our economy in terms of the size of our GDP, we'll be requiring more than 3,000 actuaries to manage financial stability and all the professional work that actuaries do to improve financial stability in our country. So we inaugurated the Nigerian Actuarial Development Program about 3 months ago. We want to be very intentional about nurturing the next generations of actuaries. We're working with a mid to long-term approach. We're starting from students in secondary school, creating awareness, going to the university, ensuring that the capacity is there for the university system, for the lecturers to teach and nurture the next generation of actuaries. So it's a multi-dimensional approach.
Away from that, the Director General of the National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, Mr. Joseph Osonipi, says collaboration with all stakeholders in the auto industry will help the government achieve the set goals of improving local vehicle and components manufacturing in the country. Speaking at the maiden Nigerian Auto Industry Summit put together by the Nigerian Auto Journalists Association, Mr. Osonipi and other industry stakeholders addressed issues affecting growth of the industry while recommending practical solutions to support government, exploring the great potential in the automotive industry for national development. On his part, Chairman of NAJA, Mr. Michael Ochonma, explained that the summit will help bridge the information and communications gap between stakeholders and relevant government agencies.
Generally, as I said, is all about creating credit scheme, have to do with how do we handle importation of used vehicles, how do we handle importation of used parts, how do we handle importation of fake parts. All these ones are part of what we discuss. What makes CNG vehicle tick is the standard of the kits you use, the component, the quality of the component. And you could see the gas, the conversion process, the cylinder, everything are up to international standard and standards specified by SON.
We are here today to provide a platform for stakeholders in the industry to come and brainstorm and discuss challenges and provide solutions to the issues affecting the Nigerian automotive industry, which, as you can believe or you can say, has been a major problem in Nigeria. It is worse today because you and I cannot even afford the Tokumbo cars. It has so much degenerated to the extent that Nigerians are going for a used vehicles, third-hand vehicle, and say it cannot continue like this.
I'm happy specifically that this is happening at a time when we have a president that has the knowledge about how to drive the industry forward. And it's because people like them are there, that people like us that are core manufacturers decided to come in to join the team.
Crude oil prices rose today and were on course for a third straight weekly jump, buoyed by growing expectations that the U.S. Federal Reserve will soon start cutting interest rates and U.S. inflation data due later in the day. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $82.68 with a surge of 1.15%. Brent also experienced an upward price margin of 0.94%, selling at $87.20 per barrel. And Bonny Light rose to sell at $86.62 with an upward price review of 2.09%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers are offering $85.46 with a downward price review of 0.94%.